Chapter 1. Bound by Oath. We start an empty lot, giving a hell of a beating to a debtor before grabbing the money he owes us from his wallet, which was lifted from his unconscious body, and walking off into the street. Some drunk dumbass is harassing a girl, gets run over by a metaphorical freight train, and thinks it's a good idea to try and pick up his honor that was just lost. We give him the light-skinned stare, and he politely fucks off. Time passes, and a car pulls up in front of us presenting a loan shark. We give him the money we collected and deny a job offer from whom I can only assume is Satan. We get a look into Kiryu's motivation before intro. Taking control of Kiryu, we look at a page we got from our friend Nishiki, who seems to be late after asking to hang out. Taking a walk to clear our head, we run into a group of thugs holding up a civilian for money. Not one to stand for bullies, we step in and teach him a lesson. I guess that's one way to buy time. After fucking up those losers, our friend finally rears his head. Cut to us walking away with Nishiki telling us we need drip if we want to look like a proper Yakuza, which I can't disagree with. Agreeing to grab drinks, we challenge Nishiki to a foot race and run to our next location. Running in the two drunks in front of the place we're heading to, we choose to help sober them up, then becoming friends along the way. Being stopped again before we reach our destination, an old man teaches us the power of money and how to upgrade our abilities. Blowing him off, we finally make it to our goal, the karaoke bar. We talk for a bit before finally drinking enough, meaning it's time to sing. We rock out with Nishiki, and him working up an appetite leads us to go get some yum-yums. While bickering over getting too much food, the TV drops a bomb on us. The man we roughed up a lot in that lot is dead. Nishiki questions us then, before we can fully react, we are paged to call our Yakuza headquarters, presumably for questioning. Finding a payphone, we call in the HQ and find out our assumptions were correct. Time to get a taxi. We pay our fare and we're off. Here we're introduced to three big characters throughout the game: Lieutenants Kuze, Shibuzawa, and Awano. They all believe we did it, basically making us guilty until proven innocent. We drop hints about the venue where the murder took place, but don't give any reason as to why it's important. Next, we get asked where we got a gun. Now, we did rough him up pretty badly, but one thing doesn't make sense. His cause of death was a gunshot right to the face. The problem is, we don't have a gun, nor have we ever had access to one. Is this a setup? What the hell is going on here? We give our side, but it's merely futile. Shibuzawa and Awano exit the room, leaving Kuze and Kiryu inside. We give Kuze a light and he starts to explain why the empty lot is so important. Deep in Kamurocho's pleasure district, there is a single plot of land that is unclaimed. This vacant patch is called the Empty Lot, and Dojima, our family's patriarch, wants that land by any means necessary, and our kerfuffle fucked a lot of that up. With a newfound attention placed on the lot, it'll be a lot harder for our clan to slide in and yoink that bitch. We learn the lot is so important because whoever claims it and delivers it to Dojima will get a seat as captain of the Dojima family, replacing a man named Kazuma who is currently incarcerated. As Kuze gets up and leaves, he gives us an order: turn ourselves in by the end of the day and leave our pinky behind, keeping a Yakuza tradition. Returning to Kamurocho, we realize the loan shark set us up, meaning we're gonna have to have a few words with him. As we make our way to his office, we run into the old man again. He babbles on for a while, gets us into a fight, and we learn a new fighting style. That's rad. The old man finally gives us his name: Bacchus.
Can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Avoiding fights, we run in the trash and make our way to Toko Credit. As we walk in, we're stopped by some goons and they want to start shit, so we make sure they get hit. We make our way upstairs, cooking bubblegum and chewing gas, before coming to the president's office. Entering, we're presented to a man with a gun. We talk to try to figure out why he set us up. He tells us he doesn't know anything, was just doing what he was told. Before we can find out more, Kuze enters behind us. He questions what we're doing and knocks the wind out of us. Kuze kicks president out of his own office, then offers us a cigarette. We accept graciously and hit it. Ah, that's the stuff. Talking to Kuze, we find out that Kiryu and Nishiki were orphans raised in Kazuma's place, Sunflower Orphanage. He goes on about believing Kazuma is using us as a human shield and then asks for us to spy on him. We're told Kazuma currently possesses a crucial piece of information on getting the lot, the only thing stopping Kuze from getting it, thus earning him the spot of Captain Kazuma. Kuze essentially wants us to wear a wire, find out everything, and says he will personally guarantee our future in the family. Sweetening the deal, he even offers to tell us who the real killer is, outing Kuze as the one who set Kiryu up. Threatening us, he says it's guaranteed jail time for us if we don't comply with the offer. Choosing loyalty over popularity, Kiryu refuses and chastises Kuze. Kiryu says he'll defend his hardcore championship at any time, Crash Holly style, and exits. We call Nishiki and he tells us to come to the Kazuma family office. We agree and run like the wind there. Upon entering, we meet Kashiwagi, a former captain and interim chairman of the Tojo clan. We give our side of the story up to this point and Kashiwagi finishes it for us, showing he fully understands our predicament. Nishiki is relieved his brother didn't actually kill someone, but doesn't realize how bad everything else is still. We find out there's a big redevelopment project in the works involving a large chunk of Kamurocho. Part of this chunk is the empty lot. If we were to obtain it, it would be extremely lucrative towards the Tojo clan as a whole. The owner of this lot is currently missing, and if they were to be found, the current offer sits around 1 billion yen, which converts to $8,058,846.30 of 2024 United States dollar. We learned Dojima has already sunk over 10 billion yen in the surrounding plots already. He just needs the empty lot to complete his monopoly set. Boardwalk and Park Place with hotels type shit. Kashiwagi brings up the possibility of Kazuma getting expelled, then fearmongers us by talking about the suicide rates of homeless ex-Yakuza. We decide expelling ourselves would be the best option to save Kazuma-san, meaning none of the blame would be on him, just an ex-Yakuza. Nishiki tries to reason with us, but it's futile. We know what we must do. Not too happy with that, Kashiwagi hulks out and Falcon punches us into a shelf. Undeterred, we thank Kashiwagi for all he's done, and we head to HQ once again. As we drive off with Nishiki, we enter a flashback where we're getting fucked up by Kazuma because Kiryu and Nishiki want to become Yakuza just like him. We lie on the ground beaten, questioning why he won't let us join. Kiryu guilt trips him by pulling the orphan card and gets his way the next day. Nishiki and Kiryu talk for a bit before we finally arrive at Dojima headquarters. Pulling in, we break to the doorman, having him lure Dojima that we're renouncing our oath and that we're going in alone. Entering inside, we're met with Kuze waiting for us and knowing why we're here. He doesn't seem keen on letting us talk to the boss though. He's upset we still have our pinky, but Kiryu gives no fucks. He just wants to see Dojima. Kuze gut punches us again and slaps us, believing we're being heavily disrespectful. Despite the assault and being offered the wire job again, Kiryu does not falter and simply asks to see Dojima again. Kuze, not liking that answer, punches him again, then plans with Yanada, a member of his family, on how to kill Kiryu and send a message. After getting super kicked, we trick Kuze into saying that we're expelled, meaning Kiryu can fight back as a civilian. We give the Popeye's 2-piece no biscuit to Yanada, who in turn wants to fucking kill us. Kuze goes the fuck off, but we try to stop him. He tells us that we're gonna die here, so there's no point in talking. He tells us that if we make it up the floors to see him, then we can talk. We take the challenge and begin the beatdown. We begin ripping and tearing through our former allies, beating up Big Boys in a recurring character. After giving Yanada a swirly and drop-kicking him to his possible demise, we finally reach Kuze in all his shirtless glory. He amps up and wants to kick our ass himself. It's time for our first boss fight. After finishing Kuze with the heat action, Shibuzawa and Owano enter. Kuze asks for backup, but they move aside, making way for Dojima himself to make his debut. We ask Dojima for our removal. Kuze, not liking that, says he'll take care of it, probably meaning killing us. Dojima retorts about him threatening to murder a civilian, insinuating Kuze kicking out Kiryu was real, and since he went behind Dojima's back, must pay the price. He tries to defend himself by lying, but it only makes it worse. Owano brings out a wooden cutting board, prompting Kuze to show us the kind of man he is. Branding what I believe is a wakizashi, correct me if I'm wrong, Kuze tells us to see what a real man is and brings the blade down, severing his pinky finger. Shibuzawa proceeds to pick it up and place it in a handkerchief. Kuze retreats as the screen fades to black. With Kuze gone, we get formally expelled from the Tojo clan. When asked why we chose this path, Kiryu explains it to clear his and Kazuma's name and to atone for something he had done, making trouble for the family as a whole. Dojima tells us that there isn't a point in finding the killer now and to just let the police handle it. We beg for ourselves to take on accountability, but Dojima has other plans. He decides that it should all fall on Kazuma since he invited us in first. Dojima played us hard. He tells us to give up and get a job, then leaves. We question our existence for a bit, then arrive back in Kamurocho, dropping to our knees in the rain. A mysterious man approaches us, offering a hand. He gives us his name, Tachibana, and offers to help us. He says he knows our current situation and has wanted to meet us for a long while. He addresses us by name and the screen fades, ending Chapter 1. And that'll be it for today's video. Have a great day, know you're beautiful, and I sincerely hope you enjoyed. I'm still wary on how I want to do these videos, but I really like how this one turned out. If you like it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a like anyway, and as always, stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and I'll see you all next time.
See you!